The work that I was making before the program, I can connect the dots, but it has changed quite a bit. I've really expanded my practice physically and intellectually.
One of the ways that I could build a bigger career was to go back and get my MFA.
I found that I had a lot of unanswered questions after getting my BFA.
My first reason to pursue my MFA was to start a new life in another country through my art.
I'm a really firm believer in interdisciplinary education. I think that there's an extraordinary way in which different kinds of makers and thinkers can come together to solve some of the greatest issues and problems we're dealing with culturally.
People were free to explore and experiment with different mediums.
There's this huge, huge range of what people are working on, which is really great for this kind of cross-pollination.
The essence of the summer residence experience is full immersion and intensity. It's an incredibly unique opportunity to give all of your energy and focus to your art practice.
What else do you like? Unroll the facilities in the town and then summer in Maine? Are you kidding?
A roster of visiting artists, curators, and writers join our faculty. They spend their week doing studio visits with us and also participating in more formalized critiques.
You get so many different perspectives in such a short amount of time. It's more studio visits than you'll have in 5 years in one summer.
As the students transition into their fall semester, it's a much more prolonged examination of what it is they want to say and how best to say it. The studio advisement aspect of the curriculum is really specific to whether they're a full resident student and live and work in Maine, or low resident student, which allows them actually to work wherever.
My wife was not going to be able to move, and so I certainly didn't want to move away from home for a couple of years and have to go back and forth. The low-res option really helped give me the possibility of going back to school without having to completely disconnect from all of the things that I'd built for 20 years.
We've had students in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and California, and New York. They engage a different and new community and work with local studio advisors.
And that person is selected from a panel of faculty members that work with the student over the summer intensive.
We would have these studio visits for 2 hours, 3 hours at a time. We would talk about the work, we'd talk about the theory, we'd do critiques, we'd look at articles. As the work develops, they kind of keep giving you the breadcrumbs that really advance the work.
During the online course time, that community that forms during the summer is allowed to deepen.
You get a lot of interaction with the professor that's leading the course, but you also still are interacting with the whole class.
We have quite a lot of studio access within our densely packed campus. Students who are in the full residence program have the ability to access any of those studios.
I've never been able to invite so many artists into my personal creative space.
The sparks that happen are when two mediums meet and something fresh comes out of that.
Working with people that are making in different mediums and fields helps me expand my idea of what being a painter means.
When I'm bouncing off ideas for art, it's usually with feminist professors or sociology professors, or people who aren't professors, people who grabbed one of my zines off the street and maybe they didn't even go to college, but they really like Basquiat, and so we're having a conversation.
I've never felt more supported in my creative pursuits. Find your boundaries and push past them. Find peace and patience, and trust yourself.
Give it everything you can, give it all of your time, all of your resources, and take advantage of this incredible 2-year period where this is the most important thing in your life. It will feed you for years.